Hello and welcome to Left to Right, the show that looks at books. Our guest today is the author of several fascinating books and is also the founder of the popular Revere Beach Diet Plan. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome attorney Mario Pesante. Counselor, thanks for being on the show.
Good to be here, Chicklet.
Now, Mr. Pesante,
Whoa, that's Counselor Pesante. I paid a lot of money for that legal degree hanging on my wall.
Oh, so you are a licensed attorney then?
Are you kidding me? I never passed a bar in my life.
Well, Counselor, let's talk about some of your work.
You know I can't talk about that on TV.
No, I mean your literary work, your books.
Oh, okay, that's okay then.
Now, you've been a prolific writer over the last few years. How were you able to write and publish so many books?
What can I tell you? I got a system.
I see.
Plus, I write real big, so it fills up the pages more. And unless Barnes & Noble doesn't want any trouble with their deliveries and the Teamsters, they see that it makes a lot of sense to carry my books, you know what I mean?
Let's move on to some of your recent titles. Let's start with Do You Kiss Your Mother with That Mouth? A Goomba Guide to Manners in Boston's North End?
Yeah, that's a big seller, very popular. This is the book for you if you want to get more refined like me.
Okay, now what about this one, Minestrone Soup for the Soul? If you don't mind me saying, isn't that a bit similar to the Chicken Soup for the Soul series?
Yeah, you eat your soup, I'll eat my soup. Not everybody likes chicken soup, okay? I'm just filling a niche for the Italian soup lovers. In fact, I'm expanding into cold cuts with gabagool for the soul.
Well, I suppose that makes sense. Now what about this book? I'm Okay, You're a Dead Man.
It's kind of a feel-good book.
Right, well maybe we should move on. Now I'm guessing that this next book is not such a feel-good read. This one is called Whacking Guys for Dummies.
Hey, I don't like violence, chickie baby. I'm a businessman. And I'll admit that the book's not for everyone, but what are you gonna do?
Well, I think we'd better move on to your very latest book. Now this one has an interesting title, Men Are From Mars, Strippers Are From Vegas. This one seems like it could be a little more mainstream than some of your earlier work.
Yeah, sure, this is a real nice book. You know, I got a soft, sensitive side, so why not?
I'm almost afraid to ask, but what is this book about?
Men Are From Mars, Strippers Are From Vegas is about relationships. Usually very brief, one-night type relationships. You know, some guys go to Vegas and they don't know how to treat a girl right. Some books will try and help you get inside a woman's head. This one helps you get inside her personality.
Hey! I'm going to have to stop you right there. We're just about out of time.
Whoa, wait a minute. I ain't done yet. You said you were going to talk about my new kids' book, Where's Fredo? You're going to review it for the Boston Herald.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, that is on my list of books to review.
Well, my sources tell me you ain't going to give this book such a good review.
Well, I do call them the way I see them. People trust me for an honest...
Well, really, don't you think my book maybe deserves another look? I mean, come on, how about giving it the big 2 thumbs up while you still have 2 thumbs at work?
Well, Counselor, I have to be fair and balanced
I figured as much. Yo, Rocco, why don't you help our host friend here help him rewrite that review? He needs a little help.
No, wait, you know, it's a fantastic book, a real page-turner. I couldn't put it down. Hey, put me down,
Hey,
wait!
Tune in next time and see if the book guy makes it back. Forget about it.
Counselor, thanks for being on the show.
Good to be here, Chicklet.
Now, Mr. Pesante,
Hey, that's Counselor Pesante. I paid a lot of money for that law degree hanging on my wall.
So you are a licensed attorney then?
Are you kidding me? That's the only bar I ever passed in my life.
Well, okay, Counselor, let's talk about some of your work.
You know I can't talk about that on TV.
No, I mean your literary work, your books.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
You've been a prolific writer over the last few years. How were you able to write and publish? Now, what about this one? Minestrone Soup for the Soul. If you don't mind me saying, isn't this a bit similar to the Chicken Soup for the Soul series?
Well, sure, I got a soft, sensitive side, so why not?
Well, I'm almost afraid to ask, but what is this book about?
Men Are From Mars, Strippers Are From Vegas is about relationships. Usually very brief, one-night type relationships. You know, some guys go to Vegas and they don't know how to treat a girl right. Some books try to help you get inside a woman's head. This will help you get inside her personality.
Hey, well, let me stop you right there because we're just about out of time, actually. And,
Whoa, wait a minute. I ain't done yet. I still got to ask you something. You're supposed to review my new kids' book, Where's Fredo, for the Boston Herald.
Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, it is on my list of books to review, but
Well, my sources tell me that you're maybe not going to give this book such a good review.